You could just see it in his eyes. He wanted some help and he was asking for help. You just could see it. What is going on, Cog Squad? Hope you're having the best day ever today. Jason got Brooke right here, Mrs. Cog Hill Farm. Holly, well, the camera, it wants to just stay on me, but Holly's right here. She's right here, I promise you. Right, Holly? Holly.
Sir?
Here she is. Everybody wants to see you, Holly. Yeah.
She's got a wet head.
She does. We filled up the water over there at the barn where the other pasture over there. We fixing to do a little rearranging, and Holly decided that she needed to get in there or help with water this morning. Quick update, my back is a lot better. It's not 100%, but it's a lot better, and that's typically what happens with this injury, is that, it hurts real bad. Hey, Pinky, hey, baby. It hurts, right off the bat, and then each day it just gets a little better, a little better, a little better, a little better, and let's show everybody Pink this morning. Yeah, hey, baby. And so, yeah, I'm definitely way better. I couldn't be doing what I'm doing now in the last video. I promise you that. It was rough. And I do appreciate your feedback. I got a lot of feedback from you guys about my back. It is pretty much a pinched nerve, and it just works itself out. And then a few days later, I'm back on track, and I'm on that track right now. Right, Pinky? Today or this morning, we are about to do a little rearranging with the animals. Well, really the horses. And I'm going to have to do something different because the way I have been moving these guys really has not gone well at all. So a little experiment today. We're going to try something different because when I say it has not gone well at all. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. But we'll see if we get these guys moved and do something a little bit different than we have been doing with them. Because it can get a little scary, actually. That's a big yawn, Reska. Reska must be sleepy. You sleepy, girl? Goodness gracious. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move the horses across the way over there and let this pasture rest, even though, y'all, with the rain we have, this pasture is looking incredible, to be honest with you. But we're going to let this rest, get caught up some, move the horses across the way. Now, it's just me and Brooke, okay? So we got 3 horses. What I've been doing is Willie and Reska taking them first, because we have moved them around a little bit. Taking them first and then coming back and getting Maggie last. And I've done that twice, and I should have learned my lesson the first time. Maggie does not like that at all. And she kind of panics a little bit, I would say. She feels like that she's being left out, and so she'll start pacing, and she just kind of panics a little bit. She don't want to be left behind. And I have to let her calm down before I can catch her and put the halter on her and move her. This time, I'm going to move Maggie and Willie at the same time and leave Reska. To me, Reska is the most calm, or the calmest horse we have, and I think that will work better.
Until you bring a new horse in.
Brooks cut me off on horses, so I can't get any more horses. I look at these horse sites and I just like looking. I've always liked looking. I just like looking, and I'll show Brooke this pretty horse. I said, man, look at this pretty horse right here. And the response I get back is no. It's kind of like me with her with chickens and ducks and donkeys and
well, it equals itself
geese
out.
and
Horses cost a little more to feed.
Horses are high maintenance animals. There's no doubt about that.
What you talking about, Willie?
I wonder if I can put a halt on her and carry too. What do you think?
Yeah, just as long as you got a handle on her, she'll come. He's coming back. We're having a meeting.
Big meeting.
I was just looking at Willie's chest.
Yeah.
If he was a man,
yeah,
he'd have some nice biceps.
Some biceps or?
Look. Isn't that where his biceps would be?
Biceps are your arms. That's your pecs.
Yeah, your pecs, your pectorials. Oh, Willie said, where are we going?
Yeah, I know we're going. we going? That's going well. That's going well. All right, now whoa right there.
Come on, Max. Come on, baby. Good girl. Don't let it loose.
Whoa.
Whoa, good girl. Whoa. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. Whoa. You okay? You okay?
Good girl.
She didn't want them to leave her, did she?
Crazy because they didn't get along at all at first, did they?
No, and now they don't want to leave each other.
All right, y'all. Enjoy this pasture over here. Right here, y'all look at the donkeys. You know Jessie's gonna be front and center, showing her dominance over there. Y'all see the size difference. Jessie could walk under Reska over there. she's gonna show her dominance, so that's her pasture. Do not get over here, or you'll have to deal with these 6-shooters back here. I got them locked and loaded. Y'all see them locked and loaded back here? I see Reska seems worried, don't she? Oh, goodness. All right, guys. Well, y'all enjoy. There's Pocket. Pocket ain't even cutting up. That's something. Yeah, Pocket's not even cutting up over there. Which is good. Pocket's learning some manners, ain't she, Willie? All right, we got the water over here. Me and Brooke cleaned it out first thing this morning. That's what we talked about earlier, Holly getting in there. No need to put any hay out. We got a nice lush green pasture over here. And I'll keep these guys over here for a few days. Let them enjoy this pasture. Let the other one rest. And then we'll see what we're gonna do next. We may not put them back over there, but we may. We'll see. But I tell you what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to put some lime out over there too. And get that pasture over there, some lime put on it. And keep it in tip-top shape over there. Like my beautiful wife, right there. She has no idea I'm talking about her. Aren't they pretty out there, Brooke?
Really pretty. You know what I like?
What you like?
Looking out our front door.
Oh, isn't it nice?
And looking like they're coming to eat with us.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're coming to the dinner table. It's that close. I just need that pretty fence to look through.
Well, Bobby sees fixed, allegedly.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think right now I can lift 10 gallons of hydraulic fluid because it's a hard spot to get it. You got to climb on top. You got to climb up there.
I'd have to get it up there. That's the problem. I usually hand it to you and then you pour it.
It's not on the side. You have to literally climb on the top of the skid steer.
We're not setting poles while your back's messed up anyway, so.
No. And I'm getting better, so I should be 100% by next week.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We're not going to push it.
Not going to push it.
You know, no hurry. They got plenty of fencing.
Yeah.
And the fencing's there already.
That's right.
It's just a matter of making it look better.
That's right. The only thing I hope we can do is maybe get some lime put out over there before we move them back.
Yeah, I would like to do that too. And you know, they sell the lime in bulk bags.
Yeah.
Not 50-pound bags, bulk bags, where we could use a bucket and scoop it rather than pour in 50-pound bags.
Okay.
We could do 20 pounds at a time.
And put it in the barn? Keep it out of the weather?
Well, do it whenever I get it.
Okay, put all of it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, buy bulk, just what we need for over there, instead of, how many acres is that, 3?
Oh, so they'll sell you the poundage you need?
Yeah.
It's not already pre-poundage.
Right.
Oh, I thought you may have to buy 2,300 pounds.
No, I can buy a bag from them and then put whatever I want in it.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, they can estimate as to how much it is.
Good. Okay, well, I can do a quick Google map. I got an idea how big that pasture is, but get an idea of how big that pasture is and how much lime we would need to put out there.
Yeah, we do want to do that before we put them back.
Yep, definitely. Well, y'all, talking about how good Willie looks now and You know, Brooke talking about how muscular he is. He certainly is. Look at him here. Now, I tell you what, he is a fine looking horse. No idea how old he is. We know he's 25 or older. We know that. Don't know the history, but give y'all a little insight because we really hadn't gone into great detail about Willie. But this is pretty much the story behind Willie. Willie came from a horse auction. And I know that we always preach, you know, don't buy any animals from an auction. And it's for various reasons. And we still stand behind that. We really do. We was birding out in this area. And the area we were birding at, we knew that there's a livestock auction area out there, or place out there. And it came up after the birding trip was done. And just for fun, you know, let's just ride over there and see. You know, it's just fun. We used to do that for fun back in the day, just as a family. And we did. We went over there as a family, was walking around. And, you know, I say this a lot. You know, people usually, the animals there are ones that somebody doesn't want anymore for various reasons. Most of the time, it's a health issue. And a lot of times, it could be a disease issue. And that's why I always say, be very, very careful if you get any animal from an auction. Just be extremely careful because you don't want to bring something in to your farm. Chickens, whatever. Just be extremely careful. But y'all, when you saw Willie and the look on his face, he was in terrible shape. Absolutely awful, awful shape. You could just see it in his eyes. He wanted some help and he was asking for help. You just could see it. Kind of a funny story is I had put my foot down and said, absolutely, we're not getting any horses. We're just coming over here to kill some time. We're over here, grab us, they got a nice little restaurant in there, grab us something to eat. We're not getting a horse. Y'all, we didn't even have a horse trailer. There was zero intentions of us getting a horse that day. We asked some friends of ours that lived close by if they had a trailer we can borrow, and they didn't. So we had to wait the next day and go all the way back over there with our trailer and get Willie, which that wasn't his name at the time. Gosh, I can't even remember what his name was now. Anyways, yeah, we had to go back the next day and go pick him up. But here we are, 3 full-size horses later, because I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I love horses. You know, we've had horses years in the past, but nothing like Willie. Willie was in rough shape. He was in very bad shape. And, you know, we got Willie home and he was in such bad shape. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. But Willie was in such bad shape, y'all, that we literally did not show him in any video for at least either 4 or 6 weeks. I know it was 4 weeks, but it may have been a bit longer than that. We did that because of y'all, honestly. We knew there was like a 50-50 chance that Willie wasn't gonna make it. And so we kind of did it to protect you guys. We didn't want anybody to get attached to him and he not make it. And, you know, our channel is all about happiness, bringing joy and peace and calmness into the world. Even the kids' channel's the same way, and Brooke's channel's the same way. That's just, I feel like that's what our purpose in life is. And I didn't want to upset anybody and make a lot of people sad because of Willie. I really didn't. I just didn't think he was going to make it, y'all. He was lame. He had a messed up leg. He was limping. His leg was swollen. We didn't know the severity of his leg. You know, we didn't know if we got him home that, you know, we may have to have him put down as soon as we got him home. We had no idea. He was missing a lot of hair, a lot of bare spots on him. And we started doctoring and babying. You know, we got Dr. D involved and got Kalmbach got involved with Willie in helping us get him up to speed. Luberson got involved with Willie. So it was a team effort. Really, everybody that we know and helps us out here on the farm, everybody just, you know, pitched in and helped us out. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if we hadn't, you know, adopted Willie or got Willie from the auction, that he wasn't gonna make it. It was really sad. It really was sad. Now he's got a happy ending now, because this fella is living his best life here, I can promise you. From Derek the farrier taking care of his feet to help him out with his ankle, Dr. D helping him out with his ankle with the medicine and the treatment we're doing for him, and then also suggesting us putting him on Lubricin, and Lubricin helping us out, and then like I said, the nutrition and Combach getting him the nutrition that he needs because he is a senior horse. And I tell you, it is absolutely amazing where he looks now compared to when we got him. Oh my goodness. Just a lot of love, a lot of prayers, and a lot of help has got this fella looking like this today and as healthy as he is, because he's healthy. He really is. I honestly think if we really wanted to, we could lightly ride Willie, you know, around the property some and it not affect him at all. I really do believe that in my heart. Hey Holly, got the horses moved. Now it's time to go beautify the farm. You know what I mean? She does. She knows what I mean. She understands what I tell her. 100%. Except she won't get the gate. She don't, for some reason, she don't comprehend that yet. Oh goodness. Living on thoughts of time. Before we get started on doing what I want to do, I want to show you guys what's going on over here in the big garden area. Number one, y'all look here. Y'all see this? That's all the cover crop of sun hemp we planted, and it's doing well. It's really starting to take off over here. And let me show you, y'all, I believe every one of those pole beans came up right there. You can see in our zinnias over here how well they're doing. This is our zinnias. Then we got our sunflowers coming up, and then the cosmos over there. So yeah, look at that. I'm really happy about the pole beans right here coming up. Super excited. That's one of our favorite treats here to grow, or veggies to grow, are the pole beans. But you guys remember the last time I grew them, we had those darn kudzu bugs and wiped me out, but it wasn't the bush style, it was the climbing style. It was actually my grandfather's pole beans. Those, that's the seed that it's been passed down in our family since the 1700s, and I still got those seeds. So don't worry about that. We still got those seeds, and we may try to grow them next year if this works itself out and we don't get any of those old kudzu bugs right here. All right, y'all, now let me show you what we're about to do today. So this is the spot that we've been dumping a lot of the manure and compost and shavings, all that goodness in this area. I recently tilled this spot up, and I was going to continue to start putting some more stuff in there, but we have worked this area a pretty good bit throughout the years, and I got some spots here in this big farm or big garden plot back here that we haven't worked very well, that hasn't gotten compost and manure. So we're just gonna kind of move over to those areas. So I didn't want to leave this bare ground. I can't put the tarp over it, but I really don't want to do that because we're fixing to hit summertime, and I thought I got a mess of zinnia seeds that we collected, and I got a mess of black oil sunflower seeds I need to use. So let's just throw this out here and make this just a huge bed of zinnias and sunflowers. It'll act as a cover crop. Now, there's different types of cover crops when you say cover crops. Flowers do act as a good cover crop, mainly because they really don't take too much, especially sunflowers and zinnias. They don't take too much nutrients out of the soil. They're going to cover the soil because Mother Nature does not like bare ground. So they're going to cover the soil, which means it's not going to evaporate as quickly. It's going to help and stop erosion, and it's going to help with weeds because we're going to drown them out with this mass of flowers if it comes up, and it should, that we're planting here. So, and then we're going to come back and chop and drop it so that'll compost in. So not all cover crops have to be a nitrogen fixer or a phosphorus fixer or anything like that. A cover crop can also do other things besides you know, kind of what everybody has an idea what a cover crop is. And sunflowers and zinnias do make a nice warm season cover crop if you don't need a nitrogen fixer and whatnot. Now the sun hemp on this side right here, this sun hemp over here, it is a nitrogen fixer. It does other things besides keeping the ground covered, stopping erosion, and helping with weeds. Also, another thing that cover crops do, like the sunflowers and the zinnias, they will break insect cycles. So that's why you don't want to plant the same thing over and over and over and over and over again in the same exact location, because those same pests are going to keep coming back over and over and over and over. So if you plant something to break that cycle up, it will reduce pest pressure over time. So we're gonna get to planting here, and all we're gonna do is just throw this out. I'm gonna get my rake, kind of lightly rake it over. We got some rain coming in, and it should be just perfect timing. We'll do the sunflowers back here, and the zinnias right there, so people riding by, they can see the the zinnias and the sunflowers. The sunflowers won't cover them up.
All right, so you want me to do the zinnias?
I'll tell you what, the sunflowers might be easier. We'll come through and just go this way. And then when you get done going that way, go this way. We're gonna go,
you mean do all the rows this way and then come
do all the rows that way halfway, and then go this way. That way we'll know we have a good coverage. Yeah, because I'm gonna do half zinnias.
Oh, you mean halfway that way? I thought you meant halfway that way, like you just did.
You mean, I don't know, the zinnias might be easier. The wind may get me on these zinnias though. It is windy today.
The chickens think I got scratch.
Oh, they think you got a treat for them? They'll eat them sunflower seeds up. I don't know if I can get these zinnias out, bro. That wind's blowing so hard, it's blowing them away. They will be okay.
Jesse's talking to the horses.
Which one is it? I think we'll have some squash ready by the end of the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd love just squash and onions.
Do you?
You don't, do you?
No. I'll eat it though.
I can eat that every day.
I just like a plain tomato sandwich. You don't like that?
No. They're all different. Just like these chickens.
I'll know pretty quick if these zinnias are gonna come up or not. They won't mess around. They'll germinate really fast.
Are sunflowers slower to germinate?
It's just a bigger seed, but they'll germinate pretty fast. Those black oils will. I think this is some cosmos seed I have right here.
Huh?
I think this is some cosmos seeds I have here. I'm gonna mix those in here with the zinnias. All right, y'all. Brooke and myself got this spot planted, slap full of Binary Giant zinnia seeds, and also some black oil sunflower seeds that we got from Hoss. And if all this comes up, it's gonna be stunning. And two, if all this comes up and what we got coming up over there, we're gonna try cut flowers again out there at the farm stand. And we got big plans with the farm stand very, very soon. So you guys stay tuned for that. Also very soon, there should be a new kids video coming out on Saturday, this Saturday. So y'all be sure to stay tuned for that. We're starting to, me and my buddy, we're starting west. We're starting to get all the kinks worked out, and our goal and schedule is every other Saturday. So fingers crossed we can keep that up, but there should be, if nothing crazy happens, a new kids video out this Saturday. So grandparents and parents, or a lot of y'all love watching them and enjoy them yourself. So if that's the case, then y'all stay tuned and check that out. And if you haven't seen the last kids video that came out last Saturday, or Saturday before last, be sure to check it out. All right, got that done. I'm gonna go grab the rake and kind of just lightly rake this in just a little bit and get this spot completely taken care of And we're timing it just right because you can see we got some wind, we got some clouds, and we got some more rain coming in. Look at there. Look at there, y'all. Look at these strawberries. Look at here. Aren't they beautiful? I'm not done though. That one can stay. This one's ready though. Look at that. Somebody helped herself to that one. Still got a lot more to go. You can see them. A lot more to go right there. And I definitely y'all been enjoying these strawberries. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for your thoughts and prayers and the advice on my back, and including the termite, the Volkswagen bus. We appreciate your feedback. Hope you had the best day ever. We love y'all. Catch you on the next one. Y'all be good.